3rd of August 2014, and we're driving down to Thruxton to the British Superbike Championships. And I don't know who are the kind of leading contenders.
There's a few guys that are going to be up there. My teammate Danny Buchan, he's second place on the grid today, so we'll be looking out for him to win the way.
But it's very exciting stuff. And the only names I know are people like Valentino Rossi, and I mean, if this was furniture design, I can tell you who all the superstars are, such as Jeremy Broun and Tony Portis and John Makepeace and people like that. But the reason we're going is that my friend Tony Portis, his cousin, is on the television commentary box, so we've actually got tickets for the paddock.
Yeah, he's the guy that supplied the passes.
It's really exciting. Never ever been to a motorcycle championship race. I have been to Thruxton because I went go-karting a few years ago and actually won 3rd place, and that was just a fun race. But this, as I say, is the British Championships 2014, and the bikes go up to something like 200 miles an hour, which is quite incredible. I'm really looking forward to this. And what about you, my family? What are your thoughts for the day?
I've never been to a motorcycle race of any kind, so yeah, I'm very much looking forward to it. The weather's lovely as well, so that's a good thing.
And the family will be interviewing the winner, but she'll have to guess who that is.
I won't be speaking to any other person, any other racer.
I took up racing in 1973, won the World Championship 4 years in a row. Today I'm riding a Ducati Panigale. Yeah, Ducati team asked me if I'd ride it for them, and I thought about it and decided I would.
Yeah.
But I love motorbikes. I've got a Triton Cafe Racer, which has got a Bonneville 750 engine in it, and my current road bike is a lovely little 250 Honda CBR, which is great, you know. It's not too big and powerful. You know, the trouble with a really big bike is you've really got to know what you're doing, and the exciting thing about these guys who are riding at speeds up to 200 miles an hour is, imagine the speed of their decisions and their reactions.
I think the most important thing when you're racing bikes is really the ability to make decisions without thinking about it.
It's quite incredible because, you know, the fastest I've ridden is probably about, I don't know, 130, which isn't a lot, but it's fast enough for me to make decisions about what's in front of me. When you've got all these guys that are closely bunched together in the corners, all looking for the slightest window of opportunity to pass. It really is split-second timing, and they lean their bikes over at the most incredible kind of physics-defying angles. And that's a lot of that depends on the kind of tyres they've got. Now I've got to concentrate because you know, men aren't supposed to be able to multitask, and I'm giving a commentary while I'm going round a roundabout.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So probably on the way we'll be overtaken. There'll be a few speeding tickets today, maybe.
So I started when I was a kid. I started on little pit bikes and things like that, and they sort of 45 mile an hour. So when you jump on a big bike and you start doing 100 mile an hour, it feels a lot faster. But it's literally just getting used to the feeling of the bike and the feeling of going fast. So you just react. So for example, if you're coming into a turn, you don't have time to think, what am I going to do here? Am I going to make a pass? Am I not? You just react instinctively. So that's sort of the difference between someone who rides on the road and someone who rides on the track. Is if you're riding on the road, you've got a little bit more time to think about what can I do in this situation to get out of it. Whereas on the circuit, you've just got to react. You don't, your mind is completely empty, and you just react to each situation as it comes. So
I've never been to a motorcycling race before, so I'm a bit confused. I thought it was a beauty pageant.
No, we just we probably for the riders and walk around and that kind
Do you know your Kawasaki from a Suzuki?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Do you have a favourite?
Kawasaki. It used to be Suzuki because my dad had a lot of Suzukis, but I'm a Kawasaki girl now.
First time here at British Championship. So yeah, it's a lot faster at British Championship and a lot to learn, but it's definitely the way to go to learn that step. So
How old are you?
17 years old now.
When did you start and how?
I started when I was 3 years old riding a quad, and then began doing motocross when I was 7. Done that for a couple of years just for fun, and then we moved to road racing when I was 11 years old, and then progressed from there really. This is my bike. It's a Honda RS125 GP, factory Grand Prix built bike. Those stopped being made in 2008, so there's not really many around anymore, and unfortunately they're being phased out by the 4-strokes, but quite often still as fast as the 4-strokes in some tracks.
Any problems with 2-strokes? Because they're a little bit more, they can seize up, can't they, 2-strokes?
Yeah, they can be more temperamental for the weather settings, but once you kind of get to know your bike, you get to know how to set them up, so it's not too bad really.
It's a very nice bike, lots of electronics which I'm having trouble getting used to because I rode here on an old Motor Guzzi. But yeah,
never heard of that.
and this is what happens when you're famous. People come up and try and snog you.
Yeah. So it's courtesy of your cousin that we're here today, actually.
That is right. Yeah, he's the guy that supplied the passes. Although I am famous anyway, he offered the passes, so I thought I'd take them.
in qualifying, we've not had a great weekend so far, so it's sort of damage limitation as far as I'm concerned. How far can I get up the grid? I'm not going to be looking to get into the top 3 this weekend from 34th on the grid, but I will be looking to sort of head towards the points.
So this is Kyle's mum.
Hello, I'm Claire Wilkes, and I'm Kyle's mum, and I support him at all the race meetings and drive the lorry to get here.
How do you feel today?
Quite nervous today. We've had a few technical problems this weekend, but we think we've sorted them all now, so we're just going into the race and hoping that the bike performs and that Kyle can make his way through on the grid.
And how about Kyle? Any technical difficulties with Kyle?
No, he's been remarkably calm and mature through the whole weekend, probably more so than myself actually, so he's very positive, so that's always a good sign, and he does love this circuit.
And he knows his mum's watching.
Yes.
Must be nice.
Yes.
The time of 1 minute 19.420. Second row, 8080, Dan Stamper. 40, Terry McKenzie. 47, Mickey Anderson. The third row, the number 16, Ben Godfrey. 7, Jamie Lott.
And all the way down from Edinburgh, Johnny Blackshaw is there as well. And keep your eye out for Dino Brown. Welcome back to Dino Brown as well. It's been a long time since he was on a grid, but he has managed to qualify down there on row number 5 of the grid. So
Do they have a special section for veteran riders?
They do, Jeremy, and if you fill in the application form over there...
Well, can't you fill in your own?
And if you can't read it properly, there's somebody who will help you.
Help me here.